morning, one and all. I am Mrs.M.VANITHA, Assistant Professor in History, DKM College from Women, Vellore. Yesterday, topic is discussed Veerapandiya Kattabomman, Marutha Brothers, Velunachiyar, etc. Today, my topic is Vellore Revolt. Go to the PPT. This is Vellore Mutiny picture. Introduction. The Vellore Revolt predated the Indian Revolt of 1857 by about 50 years. It erupted on 10th July 1806 in Vellore, present day Tamil Nadu, and lasted only for a day, but it was brutal and shocked the British East India Company. It was the first major revolt by the Indian Sepoys in the East India Company. Brief overview of the Vellore Revolt. The Vellore Revolt on 10th July 1806 was the first instance of a large-scale and violent revolt by Indian Sepoys against the East India Company, predating the Indian Rebellion of 1857 by half of a century. The revolt, which took place in the South Indian city of Vellore, lasted one full day, during which mutinies seized the Vellore fort and wounded many British troops. The revolt was subdued by cavalry and artillery from Oxford. This picture is Vellore Revolt causes. Why? This picture, this uniform and introduced new dress codes. This is a main causes of Vellore Revolt. They introduced the new dress code, John Craddock. The major causes for the Vellore Revolt are stated below. The English disregard to the religious sensitivities of the Hindu and Muslim Indian Sepoys. In November 1805, General Sir John Craddock, the Commander-in-Chief of the Madras Army, ordered a change in the uniform of the army that would cause sentiment hurt to Hindu as well as Muslim soldiers. The religious marks that Hindus are known were put on their forehead were henceforth prohibited. Craddock was acting against the warning from the military board not to bring about the changes in the military uniform without taking into consideration all required precautions of Indian sensibilities. A few sepoys who had protested against these new orders were taken also to Fort St. George and punished severely. They were given heavy flogging. When some soldiers, sepoys, protested against these, they were punished with 90 lashes and kicked out from the army. They were even forced to wear a round hat that had a cow leather cockade instead of their turbans, a hat usually associated with the Europeans and with the Indians who converted to Christianity. Also present in the Vellore fort were the wife and children of Tipu Sultan, who was killed in the Battle of Srirangapattinam 1799, who was housed in a place within the fort. Tipu Sultan's sons also instigated the rebellion. This picture is Vellore Mutiny. This Tipu's son, this Tipu Sultan. This is mutiny, not clear the picture. Causes of events of the Vellore Revolt. On 10th July 1806, the Sepoys who had gathered killed 14 British officers and 115 Englishmen of the 69th Regiment. The revolt started during midnight and by dawn, the fort had been captured by them. The rebels, upon finding the opportunity, pulled down the Union Jack waving on the Vellore fort and its place. Unfurled the royal tiger flag of Tipu Sultan, perhaps the most royal manifestation of the violent revolt against the disrespect shown by the British to the Indian Sepoys and royals. Jamindar Sheikh Qasim, one of the key persons who planned the attack, hoisted this flag is while Faith Hyder Bahadur, Tipu Sultan's second son, was declared the king. But here British officers who had escaped the fort alerted the British force present at Arcot. From Arcot, British troops arrived led by the Sir Rollo Gillespie. He was able to quell the rebellion. About 100 Indian soldiers were brought out of the place where they had shouted refuse. They were then ordered to stand against the wall and shoot dead. In all, 350 Indian soldiers were killed and 350 wounded. This is the picture of Vellore Revolt. Significance of Vellore Revolt. The major impact of the Vellore Revolt are given below. All 3 Madras regiments involved in the Vellore Revolt were disbanded. After a trial, sepoys involved in the revolt were punished by death, blown away from the cannons hanging from firing squads, and by penal transferation. John Craddock and other senior British officers responsible for the new dress regulations were recalled to Britain. The new dress regulations were abolished. Flagging for Indian soldiers were abolished. Tipu Sultan's family were moved to Calcutta. It is believed that the brutal and swift surprising of the Vellore Revolt is partly responsible for the Southern sepoys not taking part in the Indian Revolt of 1857. Thank you.